Hello and welcome to this entry onto this seeds playlist. We'll be taking a look at some sunflower seeds. However, they are not from David. We've gotten through the David Jumbo line. This is the number 14 review and the first review of Wild Dutchman. And we will be taking a look at the plain original variety from them. I will be running through their product line now. As I said at the end of the year video, for those that missed it, I found out very late in the game that Biggs and David are from the same people. It's the same company, Conagra Brands. So I decided to put this in between before I do Biggs. So you are looking at a 5.50 net weight ounce bag. This is their standard layout. It's got a teardrop window, which you may or may not be able to see the seeds through due to all the glare. They have one of their Dutch windmills. Net weight is at the bottom there. Branding, sunflower seeds. They don't say original or anything. They just say sunflower seeds. It is a hanger bag. I got it out of a box. But it is a little bit different. There's not a Ziploc running across this thing, all right? There's a Ziploc running from there to there. And there's a cut notch here going down. We're going to be tearing off this corner. All right? Going to the back, though, before we get to that, they are denoting that it is made in the USA, it is non-GMO, and they have their little sales write-up. One of these reviews, I will read that, or you can pause now. They have nutritional information here, which I will show you in my as of late usual. So you want to pause in 3, 2, and 1. So seeing that, you will take note that there seems to be a lot less sodium in this product. And there is. And that plays well with people, evidently. This is a highly thought of brand in the seed community. If you would, it usually makes top 3 lists of people's favorite brands. So we will see. I have had one of their products before. I can attest to the fact that that product, at least, was much, much lower in saltiness, if you will. Expiration dates, though, before I get any further. They actually have theirs on the front, and it is in front of the windmill here. So I don't know if you can see that. It is 8/22, so it's August 2022. There is a lot number below that they actually have written out as a date. Well, it makes sense as a date until you get to the year part, and then it makes absolutely no sense at all. So the expiration date is what we'll go by. I bought this as a set, so they will be the same expiration date most likely for all of them. All right. I will see how this goes, how I like them, and what the outcome of the reviews are, and then I will start direct linking where I got the box set. It was a set of 6 products, so we'll be doing 6 reviews. I got it from Amazon, and I paid an elevated price, okay? It came inside of the Amazon box in its own Wild Dutchman box, which was sort of nice, and the products were all dated way out. That said, when I start linking that, if you can find these products in your area, I wouldn't go through them. You're paying an elevated price to buy a set. All right, so each bag is working out to like over probably close to $4. So it doesn't make much sense if you have this in your local, mini mart. All right, so getting into this, you tear right down here, if you can see that, and then you tear it off, as so. The Ziploc is not usually engaged with these. You now have basically a pouring spout is the only thing I could describe. And the pouring spout has a seal, a Ziploc running from about here to here. It's sort of cool. It's one of those deals like, was this a cost cutting? Because this almost seems like too much trouble. But it actually does work. So, looking at the seeds through the window, they are not powdery white. Okay? Which right off the bat is telling me that they're not going to be overly salty. So, they're all fairly good size. Let me see if I can get one out here. Now, with this brand, I find there's more change in between the size of shells. They're not as uniform shell size-wise, but the kernels seem to be slightly bigger than a David's product. All right, so I'm going to get I guess I'm going to pour a mouthful of these. As far as in the bag, it fills up higher. It's not as wide a bag as David's, so it goes up higher in the bag. It's filled up to the bottom of the word, the orange lettered wild. All right? All right. You know what? I could probably pour these out of my hands because I don't think anything would be coming off. Oh! Well, I need to make a correction right off the bat. Evidently, see, now I'm not sure. Now I'm seriously not sure. Okay, this bag is 6, not 5, 6.50 ounces. 6.5 ounces, not 5.5. Which is really throwing me for a loop. Because I could have sworn the other bags, which are all flavored, mind you, were all 5.5. So now I'm not sure. But this bag is 6.50 in that weight ounces. My apologies. The bag I had before, I know for a fact, was 5.5, but it wasn't the original. Okay, so what you have here is what this is striking me as. How sunflower seeds tasted when I was a kid. Okay? Now, why is that? Because probably over the years they've been increasing the salt content between the 1980s and now. And these are lowered down to what they were like in the 1980s. They say it on the packaging. That is a good description. Okay? Farm fresh roasted is an excellent description. Are they not salty at all? No. Somebody that doesn't have salt in their diet is going to think this is extremely salty. But they're nowhere near the level of, let's say, David's. So keep that in mind if that's what you like about David's. Seeds are quality, good sized. They vary a little bit inside. It's not so much, they vary in shape. There are some that are significantly longer than others. The kernels are all good sized, and they're very firm. And there's a bit of a, I don't want to call it a crunch. Not a crunch like you're cracking the shell crunch. But the consistency of them is exactly what you're looking for. So, manufacturer's information, now that I'm getting all sorts of turning around on this review, is all the way down here, and you're never going to be able to read it. So, basically, this product is processed and packaged by Southern Sun LLC of Huron, South Dakota. Their website is www.southernsunsd.com. That's www.southernsunsd.com. While Dutchman also has their own website, which does have a store. That said, sort of like finding it in a store around you would be better than the Amazon link that I will eventually give you. In the same idea, the Amazon link I will give you will be better than their store because you cannot buy the 6-pack case of each of their products. You have to buy a double case, which is each of their products twice, 12 bags in all. So, this is quality stuff and it's really good. But it does not have the saltiness anywhere near to the David product, and most likely nothing approaching the Biggs product either. So you want to keep that in mind. But on the flip side of things, people may be looking for something that doesn't have that much salt. So on the sodium of this, for the entirety of the bag, it was 1,240 milligrams. That's like 4,000 milligrams less than the David product, at least. All right? But the taste doesn't suffer for it. The seeds are quality enough. You know, there is a long history of subpar products being over salted to cover the fact that they're subpar. This is not a subpar product, and the loss of salt is only comes out as a taste thing. What do you prefer? Do you prefer a lot of salt? Then this might not be for you. You want to go with the David product. You don't want that much sodium with the David product? Then this is what you're looking for. Okay? The overall taste of what the product is does not suffer in the least having less salt. So that's my take on it. There are going to be 6 of these reviews, as I said. This is the 14th overall review of the Seed playlist. This is the first Wild Dutchman. And that is that. I thank you for watching. I do hope you all are well. As always, do take care of yourselves, and God bless.